Hello and welcome to what isn't a Let's Play. Today I'm going to show you how to play this really fun game called Legacy of Heroes. Now, what it is, it's an online collectible card game. It's free to play. You can find it on Facebook or on Kongregate Games, which is where I play. And it's actually a lot of fun. In case you're wondering what this is, you see, why is it free to play? Well, you see these are legacy coins. Essentially, you can earn them in game by basically keep playing the game all day, every day, and you'll get a reward. You get these busts of Elirius Xeroth, and you can, forge them into more coins. Or you can actually literally buy them, which you use to buy, these special gears. Now, this was like a promo thing. You can get some cards that you couldn't get anywhere else. But they decided to implement a time traveling merchant, so players who missed these opportunities now have the opportunity again. I think it was a smart idea. I should know. I was one of the people who helped suggest it back in the forums. But beside the point. So, now you pretty much have you got some options when you first start the game. Well, okay, you gotta do a couple of fights first, but they're easy. Now, you see, you get your choice of class. You got the strong arms, the fire sculptor, the non-stops, and the acolytes. I went the strong arm because the strong arm is basically attack, attack, attack. You know, great attack, great defense, but not really good on the effects. We're pretty much support. Fire sculptors are just basically they attack as well as banishing cards because some card effects are good when they go to the graveyard or, well, discard pile. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's coming back up. The non-stops, pretty much, they have some of the weakest attacks, but great because they can keep attacking. They can attack. You can send a bunch of cards at your opponent. It's like a barrage. And the acolytes, their specialty is effects of like forcing your opponent to discard, uh, bringing out ally cards, like say this guy. If it'll come up. Now, a card, as you can see, come on, show the image. There we go. Yes, that is badass. Pretty much this is an ally card. It plays like a normal card. You got your attack, which is its value, not counting the fact that as a strong arm, any cards with my icon on it gains a bonus to attack, to power. And defense, which is the amount of shields I get, which can help block an opponent's attack. And pretty much, his effect. Deplete means if he was, if I take damage, I have to mill the top cards of my deck equal the number of damage. Winner is the first person who can mill the other opponent. Alright. But how about I just show you a battle? I'm in the middle of this because I'm working on forge material. So this is the battlefield. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering why there's no sound, why don't you have a listen? Oh. While yes, the music is epic, I can't turn it down. And yes, I just lost. So let me show you what's going on. These are memento cards. Memento cards' effects stay up on the field. Their effects are as long as they're inside the deck. See right here, he's got 10 scoreboards. So every time he deals damage to me, I have to deplete 2 more cards. Now multiply that by 10. And simple tools can give us a chance to attack. But me, I have some interesting cards. I have my makeshift defender will let me gives me a chance to heal while he's in my deck. He's one of these unique heroes who will help me out. By the way, I love the artwork here. I mean, the artwork on these cards, you can't help but admire. I mean, they look great. And the always classic, the Abyss, because while he's in my deck, my opponent can't draw any allied cards. And some of these guys do nothing but use allies. There have been times that I've actually gotten into a battle, and I immediately win because since they can't draw anything new, boom, instant winner. Alright, let's go with black and white and red all over. Oh god, I hate that card. And now the Forgotten Promise, which will do some damage for each ally in this deck. So pretty much this is how you do. You trade off. And this is the Banish pile, the Deplete pile. Now these are willpower counters. These are will counters. Will counter effects. Well, some cards need will counters for them to work more often. Oh, see right here. Recon mission. If I have 5 or more will counters, the next turn I play will deal double the damage. And if I have four fewer, I gain 2 more counters and a new copy of Recon mission in my deck. It's always nice to have a good variety of cards. And ouch! Please do not play another attack. Please do not. Thank you. Now it's time for my favorite move. Reign of Destruction. Now, this effect means the number of cards in my discard pile. I'm up to 40, so I get the effect of 10, which deals 1 damage for each copy of Reign of Destruction in my deck. 15 shuffles 3 copies of this into my deck. Survivor 20 deals 1 damage for each copy in my depletion pile. In other words, he's about to get a major beating. Boom. So that's pretty much your missions are standard fare. Yeah, there are a lot. Each issue is different missions. Range, school days, Between the Ropes, Welcome to the Jungle. Eventually, the plot is pretty much you're a superhero. You first went to a superhero school. Yes, there is a school for superheroes. Made by that Helios guy. Though he doesn't look like that anymore, like the gladiator thing. No, that was his costume back in the old days. Now he's like a wizened old man who can who pretty much can incinerate anything with his mind. Hell, he could even make a bulldozer out of fire and drive it over you. That is awesome. But eventually, pretty much starts off with just basic stuff. You go here, you basically fight in the Emergence Fighting League, where you fight pretty much these wrestler-esque type guys, including the classic Dimitrodon, whose pretty much quote has become meme-like status over this game, which is Dimitrodon, fight! Welcome to the Jungle, where you start facing more enemy mercenaries. Hats all the folks, where you start learning about some of the bigger games. Candyside Razor Blades, where you start to learn about this evil guy called Daddy O, who's basically a madman inside a computer system, along with Phaeton Burns. And eventually we start getting into like a conspiracy theory in the Zeroth Hour issues. And then the back issues is pretty much setting up to a war where we're taking on Professor Helios' son, which is why he created the Academy, because his son was like one of the first emergents, and he became a supervillain and threatened to destroy the world. It was pretty horrible. Anyway, so other stuff you can do. Well, after setting up your deck, you can also shop, grab some booster packs. I recommend you hold off from buying honor packs. They carry just the most basic cards. Just go with the glory packs and you're good. These are like the advanced packs. You're gonna need some of these in. Yeah, and you're not like if you're gonna play for free, you're very rarely gonna get these. You got services, which are standard full energy, because everything you do will cost you some energy. The only way to refill it is through full energy, or if you level up by gaining enough experience. So, and you get your energy cap a lot higher after you level up. So eventually, yeah. And you can also buy some equipment to change the look of your guy. Now, while this basic stuff doesn't actually do anything, you can buy equipment that in battle can help you if you activate it. Like these Mazar pants. You know, that's a gain shields. Gain +3 shields. That's actually pretty good. At the beginning of your turn, recover 4 attacks. Yes, that is very good. Me, I know. I'm pretty happy with what I got. Look at my stats. And you do have the ability to access some other stuff. I got some sculpting skills, reflex skills, and psych skills. However, I don't really. It's not. My guy is pretty much focused on attacking, so that's why sculpting gives me a chance or +1 critical strike. Here I have +1 damage, +1 shield, and 80% chance to do additional damage, 60% to do additional shields. Reflex basically gives me a 13% chance my attack cards are unstoppable, meaning it doesn't matter how many shields the guy has. And I get a 6.5 chance to play a random ally from my deck after I attack, which is always nice. It's like, I play this. Oh yeah. Yeah, and Helios comes out and stabs you in the eye. And shared skills is essentially, increase your deck size. To get skills, you gain skill points when you level up, or you can buy them. Like duplication, ally limit, ally duplication, events, and mementos. Now, alright, I'm going to need to show you what an event is, since I didn't really get a chance to explain it. An event is a card that comes into play when it is depleted. This is the kind of card you want. Now, I want to show you a really funny one. Alright, do I have it in my deck? Ah, here it is. This is my favorite. First, okay. Oh, come on! One moment. No, I don't want to save changes in my deck. I just wanted to show him it. I didn't want to get rid of it. Come on. Oh. One more time. One more time. I'm a genius. I'm a wizard. I'm a very muscle wizard. Okay, you know what? Okay, we're gonna go through my collection, and yes, that is a lot of cards. Alright. Okay, first off, look at the artwork. I love that. On deplete, recover 3. Pretty much, if this card's depleted, I gain 3 cards out of my graveyard. But I love this. It's okay, little girl. We're just playing. Yeah, playing. You run along now, kid. Cute dog. It's a panda, you idiot. Hey, why don't you go fuck... Kid! Oh, right. You should take the time to actually read the description on some of these things. They are actually very amusing. And the heroes themselves are actually very interesting. Like, I'd say one of my favorites has to be... Oh my god. I said, oh my god. Do I not have her? One moment. I guess I'm going to have to manually look through the list. There we go. Oh, I spelt it wrong. Oh, my God. Yeah, and for the record, it's so Ning. Shh, don't tell anyone. Secret identity. Brother's an emergent too. Lame. Totally copied me. Makeshift sucks. Can fire bolts of energy from fingertips. Blasting people equals fun. Needs more power. Siphon for power lines. Don't tell the energy coming. Picture was in the paper today. Background of Gradstein. Still cool. Going to be famous. Put hashtag in front of my hero name. Can see what people are saying about me on Twitter now. Yeah, let's face it. A superhero who pretty much is a Twitter fan? Yeah. Oh, and in case you're wondering who Dimitrodon is, like I keep mentioning, yeah. Yep, that's Dimitrodon. Don't piss him off. Third person, Dimitrodon doesn't know what you're saying, but if you're making fun of Dimitrodon, Dimitrodon will destroy you. I like to think he talks like the warrior. That's what I like to think. Dimitrodon's awesome. Why he isn't in my deck? Because I got some better hero cards. Now, other things you can do outside of missions. You got drafts, which are pretty much, if you have 3 draft packs, which you need to buy or sometimes get for free, plus 3 glory packs. Occasionally, you got even more expensive stuff. You basically get into a fight with 3 other guys. You open up your packs and pick 1 card from each one. Well, 1 card from the draft pack. Then, you sort of swap the rest of the cards of each other. Okay, how do I put this? Okay. Let's just say each one of us opens up one of our draft packs. We would each take 1 card we want from it. Then we would pass along the rest of the cards to each other. Like, I would get the guys next to me's remaining cards. Then I pick 1, and everybody else picks 1. Eventually, it goes around until there's no more cards. And then we get whatever in the glory packs. We then make a deck out of them. And we pretty much fight each other, where we can get some rewards, like more draft packs, as well as this for forging material. Why would you want to do this? Because draft packs have some of the best cards you can get. And if you're very lucky, you can get some of the best cards in the game very early on. Take it from me. Over here is the Brawl. A Brawl you can unlock by completing issues, by taking on certain bosses. As you can see, there is a variety. Ready? But I'm not going to show you one of the bigger ones. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one, but use the computer AI. And I can pretty much just... And by the way, if you got friends on here, if you add them, you can be your buddies here. As you can see, I have a lot of friends. I'm so loved. Doesn't really matter who I pick. I mean, I can just pick any random old schmuck. They're all level 2. Hooray. And a level 4. Okay, there's one thing about, actually, having... Okay, no. I'm gonna pick the guys who actually know what they're doing. Alright, we got, for some reason, Hamster. BBT, I know he's good. And Sylveon. And pretty much, let's start the battle. And yes, that is Daddy-O. However, that's Daddy-O 1.1. So how it would work is that it's all of us against him. So he's obviously got a pretty big-ass deck. So pretty much we each take our turns to attack. So right now it's my turn. Now, if you're ever going to be in a brawl, word of advice, think about working for your team. Some cards actually affect your teammate, like give him a chance to attack and so on. By the way, this card an ongoing card. As far as I can tell, while it's one of those cards, there's effects come into play while it's in the depletion pile. So I guess that's useful. It's like one of these new cards that come out with, so I don't really know too much. Now, there is something I should point out about brawls. That occasionally they're going to come to... Alright, I'm going to set this up to single click so I don't have to always show you the card. Occasionally they'll come out with what's called a Mega Brawl. Pretty much the big bad monster. And we're all going on to take him down. And the more damage you do, the greater... You pretty much when you win, like you win a battle, you get normal point. You get like some points for doing it. You get more points, you get better prizes like better cards. Like for example, this Man Out of Time card I got that from the last Mega Brawl. And as you can see, it's a very good card. Oh, by the way, I love this guy. He's called the Crime Blotter. And he looks like a mummy wrapped up in newspaper. That's actually pretty awesome. Like I said, the heroes and villains here are actually pretty unique. There actually was a lot of thought to the point where I want to see a comics book out of all this. I want to see a comic. Well, Daddy-O's dead. Doesn't take much to take this guy down. And, crap. Yeah, you know what card he had? It was called Oh Really. On deplete, shuffle all allies from your depletion pile into your decks. I hate that card, because when the villain does that, it just pisses me off. See? Since we have an Abyss, literally all of us have Abyss, he can't draw any allies, so pretty much, since those are the only cards in his deck, he's down. He's down for the count. And that's pretty much how the game is played. It's just a really fun collectible card game. There's actually a lot of strategy involved. And I got some forging materials. Not that I need them. So yeah, I'll show you how forging works. Forging, pretty much, if you go through the missions, you'll occasionally get... In the first few missions, it was you have to get lucky and get some of the forging material to get your cards. Granted, some of these earlier cards are not as good. But later on, they just changed it up to pretty much you win a fight, you get one ingredient, occasionally two, and then you get some really good cards. And they even started adding forging the cards you find along with other stuff, because I really want to get this turn back the clock. I mean, recover 7 attacks? Hell yeah! That's a good event. There's also brawl cards, where if you got brawl material, you can get cards. And there's some stuff that only came from brawls that were, limited ones, like these ones. Though some people suspect that they're going to continue. There's pack material. Occasionally you'll get some pack material to get what you want. However, a bit of advice. It's most of the pack material you'll only get through some of the rarer packs, like the more expensive ones. You're less likely to get the material here, sadly. And we got PvP rewards. Now, PvP also means like Emergence Fighting League, which is similar to a brawl, but as it's a tournament-esque type thing with better rewards. But there's sometimes different rules, like the limited deck size, certain effects, certain cards not allowed. that sort of thing. And these rewards are from drafts, yeah, and some others like using the busts of Xeroth. Recommendation: be patient. If you wait a month, you can get 50 instead of just using it up for 10. And yeah. And also we have the young Xeroth. Now, what's so great about this guy? Well, Xeroth was essentially the bad guy. The young Xeroth, and apparently he became young again, and now he's just learning to reuse his powers. The idea is that the more of these you got, the more, and you fuse them together, essentially you make him stronger again. He's on your side now. Although right now he's going through some teen angst right now. No, really, there's actually a card called that. I'll show you. There is a card called Teen Angst here. Oh, what you got? Excuse me. Yep. Oh yeah, I love it. Perhaps his rejuvenation had filled the now youthful body of the teenage youthful body full of teenage hormones. Whatever it was, Alorius Seraph was in the mood to smash someone's face in. Yeah, it's pretty obvious he's pissed. Now, before I go, yeah, this is my character. And the armor I wear is Johnny Tinker's boots, the Scarlet Tiger's Hakamana, dimensional body armor, dimensional helmet, which really just looks more like goggles, to be honest, and padded gloves. Some of the stuff in my inventory is some hyper energy drinks, which, basically let me recover energy, along, along with regular energy drinks, which is usually wise to save until Mega Brawls, because since they're up only a limited time, you're going to want to do as much damage as possible. Now, oh, I almost forgot. The leagues. Leagues are pretty much, groups of people who can work together and train and use. We go into, like, brawls and stuff that are only, these are custom. They're only if you're in a league. So if you join a league, you get to go into special brawls so you can get some special forging material or cards. Because some brawls do drop cards that you're going to want. So that's it. So I only have one thing to say. Go on in, be the hero. I'll see you later. Bye.